All right, so here we go. Yes, the first big patch is finally here. And let me tell you what, it's a bit beefier than I expected. We've got some balance adjustments, combat balance, and yes, Rejoice changes to the Bloodsucker's health pool. You guys will love these changes. Also, other changes to many of the mutants around the zone. And yes, big changes to the economy. All sorts of stuff that you guys have been asking for, and also adjustments to mutants, the open world experience, so much more. So we're going to go over all of it together right now. Let's do this. Starting from the very beginning. By the way, the Xbox version of this patch will be out later today, if you're wondering. So let's first and foremost find out what has changed with the AI. Check it out right here. It says fixed groups of NPCs getting stuck and dying near shelter during active emission. So the reaction should be more realistic this go around. They also addressed an issue when Burr could drop any mission item out of the player's hands and added missing sound effects for Burr's telekinesis ability. They also addressed an issue with NPCs occasionally getting stuck and not reaching the mission location. But this one's really important because you might have found yourself trying to interact with an NPC to progress to the next mission stage, but now this has been addressed. But there's even more adjustments to the AI. Let's get back to it. So fix an issue with performance drops and potential out-of-memory crashes in hubs and locations crowded with NPCs during long play sessions. So hopefully roaming around town is a lot better when it comes to performance. We'll have to see what you guys have to say about it, and I am going to do some more testing as well. And then they honed in on issues when NPCs would move to A post or start flying after death, and addressed an issue when NPCs could not track whether a target in cover was covered from shots, which caused them to shoot into cover. And these are some minor steps to improving the AI. Remember, these are the only first real steps here because they will be doing updates to A-Life 2.0, which was not included into this patch. I'm kind of curious to see how it goes when it comes to engaging with the AI now. And they did go on ahead and touch base about some optimization fixes and audio and sound fixes. These were minor, but we got to talk about balance adjustments. Check it out. Weapon and armor repair cost is decreased. A lot of you guys will absolutely celebrate about this one. They also significantly increased cost of artifacts, more revenue from the selling. Money reward for most missions is increased from 2 to 3 times, and rookie difficulty armor and weapon buffs. Now, damage from mutants is moderately decreased on rookie difficulty. More mutant health balance changes in combat balance section. We'll get into that in just a moment. And then damage to player's weapon is decreased by 23% on rookie difficulty. Armor durability is increased by 12.5%. They added a silencer attachment for PTM to specific stash on lesser zone. And they fixed sell prices for exoskeletons. They are now more expensive to sell, and fixed sell prices of upgraded weapons and rebounds. Hercules consumable player speed debuff removed. Increase the effect parameters. Now more weight could be carried by player after consuming. It's really the changes to the overall economy here that stand out to me the most, especially the repair cost that has been an absolute pain in the butt dealing with that. So for them to make this change, I think is going to be a huge quality of life improvement going forward. I like it. But we're going to talk about combat balance. This reduce some mission items weight, including weight of scanners, slightly rebalance Bloodsucker's damage, decrease Bloodsucker's strike protection rank, more damage from guns, reduce Bloodsucker's HP regeneration outside of the combat. Controller HP is moderately reduced. Burr HP is moderately reduced. Boar Flesh HP is also moderately reduced. Damage to Boar from headshot changed to 100% of body damage. They also update the damage to Boar from shots to the limbs is increased, and damage to flesh from shots to the limbs is also increased. Significantly increased weapon melee distance, slightly increased knife melee distance. So Rejoice, yes, they adjusted the Bloodsucker's health pool, and one thing that has been so annoying is carrying around a bunch of mission items that are weighing you down. So that has also been thankfully fixed there. But overall, it looks like your weapon should pack a bit more of a wallop in some of these battles. And they did do some things around the gamepad, increased gamepad dead zones right there. A lot of you guys have been asking for adjustments there. I think they're going to be doing even more though. They did make note of that. So remember, if it's not 100% right now, they're going to work their way to that alongside the AI Life 2.0, because those two things right there are probably their very big focus when it comes to future updates. Now, characters, fix eyes and teeth on NPC models. Some minor fixes of NPC models and animations. What about cutscenes? Added some missing footage to TV displays in the final cutscene. Fix issue with deer animation in the opening cutscene. And they fixed 20 other bugs in the cutscenes as well. And we gotta talk about the game setting, menus, and interactable objects. So adjusted unreadable text at the bottom of the shader compilation screen. Fix issue with the NVIDIA Reflex low latency option not being able to save on subsequent boots of the game, and 10 more minor issues. Interactable objects fixed physics issues with destructible and movable objects, including those floating in the air. They also addressed an issue with interaction prompt with glass doors in Circa's inner yard, which caused a walkthrough blocker, and addressed fixing missing inner doors in the X11 laboratory elevator, and more minor bug fixes. Now, main and side mission resolved numerous mission blockers and bug encountered under specific conditions. Key fixes include the following: fixed mission interaction with dead blind dogs in the Nightingale's Hunt mission. They also fixed uncompletable objectives in the Seek and You Shall Find mission, and multiple issues in There and Back Again mission, including one where the artifact couldn't be found. Resolved dialogue loop with Zotov during a needle in the haystack mission. These are all really important. Fixed progression blockers in the answers come to a prize mission, including issues with bandits after an emission and missing the heavy key item. So you can pause the screen here if you want to, but most notable is they have fixed a lot of the issues with progression blockers. So if you have had any issues in terms of actually progressing through the main story, it looks like those have finally been resolved. And we also got to talk about the open world experience, what they have adjusted there, and talk more about player guidance gear and weapons. Let's get into it right now. So open world experience says this: fixed stretch or missing limbs on humanoid corpses, and missing fast travel routes, including to the concrete plant or toadstool. Resolved issues with loudspeakers, fast travel, and NPC interactions in various locations, such as the scientist bunker and the chemical plant. Adjusted hostile NPC behaviors during the arena missions, including bandits tactics and increased ammo for the tyrant fight, and corrected mission progression in the Black Sheep and the Key to Freedom missions. And approximately 50 other issues were fixed when it comes to the open world experience. But it looks like getting around the world, fast travel, and that sort of thing should be a lot easier now. And next up, player guidance gear and weapons. So address a bug that allows to sell items to the trader for more money than they actually cost. Also fixed input blocking issues with the PDA, inventory, and attachments with interacting with artifacts. Corrected flashlight behavior after saving and loading. Resolved an issue with grenade type selection, compass marker overlaps, and missing mission markers. And addressed inconsistencies with weapon and armor upgrade effects, including pricing and upgrade reversals, and improved HUD behavior, and prolong the duration of point of no return hints during down below mission. And also address a bug where player could sell mission items using the gamepad, and approximately 50 minor anomalies. I see what you did there. And we got some voiceover and facial animation improvements. We're not going to get into all of those in great detail. And world fixed flickering textures in various locations. I've noticed that, so thankfully that should be lessened throughout the world. And corrected artifact spawn points in some areas. Fixed NPC behavior during encounters. Adjusted voice volume during storm weather for improved audio balance, and 50 more bug fixes. And I feel like that this is a pretty impressive patch for our very first patch. They don't even consider this like an absolutely huge monstrous patch. We will be getting much bigger patches in the future. And they did go on to note this at the end of the blog post: the work on the game and future patches continues. We are working on fixing the A-Life bugs, which will be addressed in future patches. And they do ask you to continue to give your feedback, so I'll try to throw those links in the description below. But hey, this is excellent that they are reacting this way, being so very quick, at least in my opinion, to getting these fixes out. Yeah, the game shouldn't have released in its current state, and I really do believe that this should have been labeled early access. But hey, I am super hyped for the future of Stalker 2, and like I've said to you guys before, I'm definitely here for the long haul. And we got a floating frog. And the reaction so far from the community has been pretty good. It says, the zone is healing stalkers. You can see people are pretty happy with the changes, especially to the bloodsucker's HP, and also what is going on around other mutants, and weapon and armor repair cost is decreased. So yeah, some really noteworthy nice changes for sure. And here we go. Let's go over your top comments. As always, remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up right here in a future video, and I could end up actually reading it. You never know. But let's do this. So we have, all I want right now is better flashlight distance, repair prices, or durability change, and bloodsucker health rework. Hey, you got 2 out of the 3 there. When it comes to flashlight distance, No mention of that just yet. But yeah, it looks like they will be looking into that sort of thing in the future. I would not be surprised if that isn't updated. Now, my question is, do you just guys want to see that outright updated? Or do you want to see like various flashlights in the game that you can actually upgrade and obtain throughout the game world? Let me know in the comments down below if that sort of thing actually interests you or not. But keep scrolling here. I think they purposely left out binoculars because of the spawning issue. And until they fix a life, they won't add binoculars back in. 100% agree with that one. And we also have a question, where are the smoke grenades as well? That's a great question. That would be really, really helpful when you're facing off against a sniper or long-range enemies in an open field, because it can be really a pain in the butt sometimes to find cover in time. So I absolutely love the idea of smoke grenades in this game. Also, we have, so stalkers can't team up? Then why are there so many instances of guys sitting around a campfire in small groups crossing the zone? And this is in reference to what I was saying about not having co-op in the game, that I'm fine with it not having co-op. But it seems like a lot of you guys really like the idea of a cooperative mode in Stalker 2, that you would be down for it. Let me know if that has changed, or if you guys are like 100% for co-op or not. I feel like when you add co-op into a game, you know, the entire structure of the game can be redesigned around it. So far, I'm really enjoying this as a single player experience, but I'm definitely down for a cooperative type mode in the open world. That would be very, very cool, but I think that's going to come from modders. But there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more updates. This is only the beginning when it comes to patches. There will be major fixes going forward, but thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.